Jean-Claude Van Damme, an escaped convict on the loose, fleeing from the law. No one to turn to, nowhere to run. More in a minute. Coming soon to Sky Movies, Nowhere to Run. This hard-hitting action thriller, which you can see for the first time on British television on New Year's Day, begins when a bus full of convicts is involved in an accident. Among those on board, Jean-Claude Van Damme, who becomes a desperate fugitive, hunted by the law. He finds refuge with a young family, who are themselves under threat.
I'm not gonna give up my home.
Van Damme has always been a fighter, but he's never before had so much to fight for.
Sam!
Move on.
Who are you?
Rosanna Arquette co-stars with Kieran Culkin, brother of Macaulay Culkin. Nowhere to Run.
It's going to be a different type of film for me. Sam is a very simple guy. He's dangerous, he's very lethal, very strong, and he's hiding somewhere. And those kids, they're going to find him. They're going to change him.
How come you've got a gun? You a bad guy?
What are you hunting?
Jackrabbit.
We got lots of rabbits, Mom.
I don't allow hunting on my property.
I'm mostly camping.
I don't allow camping either. I think in the beginning she's very wary of him, a little fearful, and then she begins to trust, and then she begins to become more vulnerable to him.
I'm a lawyer.
Where'd you learn to fight like that?
Law school.
Just some great fights, motorcycle chase, and the barn sequence, and the bus. There's some great action set pieces in this movie that should please all of Jean-Claude's fans. At the same time, there's a lot more to this movie, and there's a romance with Rosanna Arquette. There's a very special relationship between Jean-Claude and the boy, Mookie.
Mookie likes him right away because he really thinks that finally he gets a best friend or something. And he's really interested in this guy.
Director Robert Harmon had to find the right balance between action and drama.
Freeze, lock it, cut it.
I think the mixture of action and suspense and romance is good. I think that we've done quite successfully.
One key to the success of the complicated stunt work was Van Damme himself.
Luckily, Van Damme can do almost all of his own work and did. I can't think of an example of something he didn't do. Nobody moves like him.
One of the most complicated stunts in the film happens at the very beginning when Sam is aboard the prison bus and his partner Billy stages a daring escape.
We're going to tip over a bus here, and we do it. We're going to have about 9 cameras.
You don't get generally to be inside the vehicles when that happens. There are cameras all set up outside as this mechanical thing happens and you photograph it. So we took some pains and some trouble and some expense and some time to get cameras inside the bus as it turns and the men falling out of their seats and all that sort of stuff, which make nice little cuts.
If you walk this way with me, I'll show you the cannons. We'll turn the bus over 2 cannons. Here's the projectiles that come out of the bus into the ground. Front cannon, back cannon.
The bus was done in one take.
Pretty nice, huh?
Really nice.
Good job.
Even more complicated and dangerous was the scene in which Jean-Claude Van Damme rescues frightened horses from a neighbor's burning barn.
This was a barn we built and had flame bars all over the place, but it was still a wooden barn. We couldn't fake the burn endlessly without the building eventually falling down.
Bring up the flames. Awesome.
In the construction of this fire scene was this idea that the water tower would fall over and put the fire out into the tanks.
Jean-Claude Van Damme may be used to overcoming challenges like these in his films, but in Nowhere to Run, he had to conquer the emotional demands of the story as well.
He has it. And for me, the best acting is what's said without the words, what's going on, and he's truly there emotionally. And he's, he really is with me, and we've done a few things together where we really have to lock in and connect as these people, and he moves me. So I'm very impressed with him. I think people will be too.
No question in my mind. He's far more than just pulled it off. I think he'll surprise everybody.
But it's no surprise to Van Damme why it all came together so well.
It's like an old-time movie, very simple story, simple relationship. and a strong hero. And people, I believe, they would like to see that again.
You can see Nowhere to Run for the first time on British television on Sky Movies on January the 1st.